How's it going? Ryan here. I just Today's Thursday. I just finished watching Skeleton Crew, the finale, second time. I watched it yesterday and today. I wanted it fresh in my mind, so I liked it. I personally liked it. I thought it was great. The finale was fun. I just loved it, and the show overall, I thought was great. I really hope um, we get a season two. I would absolutely love that. But yeah, it was a great episode. Where to begin? Oh yeah, it picks up when Jod, he turned the lightsaber on, and the droid is there, and he's talking to the parents and the kids, and he tells the droids to watch everybody, watch everything they're doing, and Fern or Wim and his dad and um, KB and her moms and Neo and his mom, they all get escorted away. But then Jod wants to take Fern, and then Fern's mom wants to go too, which is great. Good job, mom. Um, so yeah, and then everybody else goes home, and then they got the droids everywhere. They got to be secretive because the droids are watching everything. The droids got camera faces. They got that zoom in action. Um, and then Jod meets the supervisor, and so does Fern's mom because she's never met the supervisor, and it's a robot, which is pretty cool. It's definitely a callback to like movies from the '80s. I think was it the Flight of the Navigator? I forget. I remember seeing a '80s like family sci-fi movie, and there was like I think it was on the ship or something, and it was like a light eyeball. I don't know, but yeah, that was the supervisor though, so that was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it was Flight of the Navigator. Um, I need to watch that because I haven't seen it since I was a kid. But yeah, it was great. And then everybody, like I said, is at their homes, being secretive, not trying to like get the droids to hear anything. And then, um, oh man, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm trying to remember. I mean, all of a sudden, I forget what the dialogue was, but then all of a sudden, Jod stabs the supervisor in the eye, and that just shuts down all the power, and it's all out, and then that shuts off the droids, so everybody can get away from the droids, and then Wim and KB and Neo, they get on their hover bikes, and well, actually, Needle, Weedle, I forget the. Oh man, I apologize. I forget the name of Wim's father's name, Weedle. But he tries to start their car, but he can't. Then they get on the bikes, and then you see one of those biker kids from the first episode, and then all of a sudden you see Wim's dad catching up to them on one of the hover bikes too. So they're like on their adventure, and and the pirates come in because Jod put an override on the barrier, so his ship could come in, and then the pirates came in in their own little ships, just flying around shooting everywhere. The kids are getting chased on the hover bikes. So yeah, it's a big pirate takeover. It's a lot of fun. Um, um, so much. Oh, sorry, I'm saying a lot. Um, Said it again. But yeah, so yeah, and then they get in back into where the supervisor is, Wim and his dad. He sneaks in. He tries to turn off. Um, oh man, I forget what he tries to do. Oh no, there's so much going on. I'm trying to remember everything. But then, um, but Wim is talking to Jai, saying that X-wings are coming, Jedi army is coming. KB is trying to start the ship because that's what they did actually when they first got there where the ship was. They all went into into the ship, but then they couldn't start it, or they could start it, but they couldn't lift off because the legs were, clamped down. So Neo went. He went to a turret and he was like shooting at the pirates, which was awesome. And then Neo ran away and the explosion. What do they say? Cool guys don't look at explosions. He was just running away while the explosion was going off, and KB was in the ship, just waiting to be able to take off. Oh yeah, that's what. Um, that's what I believe. That's what Wim's dad was doing, taking the clamps off, and then yeah, Wim and his dad were there and trying to take over things. Yeah, it was a lot. Oh yeah, and oh yeah, there was a cool scene when the droids were still on, when Jod was like deflecting the stuns that they were shooting. That was great. Um, oh, and then KB got in contact with Kim, the owl, and then she asked if X-wing fighters can come. So they came, but they obviously once the barrier was down, Wim's dad, Wendell, I'm sorry again, I forget the name, and Fern's mom, they pull the clamp down, whatever you want to call it, and the barrier for the entire planet and came down. It was gone, and Fern's mom was very resistant to that, but they needed help. So yeah, the X-wings and B-wings came in from the New Republic, so that was awesome. Kim came in, and then wait, I think before that happened, KB took off, and then she got shot down from the pirates, and she was like spinning out of control. I knew she would have died because there wasn't an explosion, but then I mean, you really don't need an explosion for someone to die. I mean, maybe they could be impaled, but that's brutal. From a piece of metal, but yes, brutal. But yeah, there's a lot going on, and then we finally got backstory to Jod. We find out that he was a little kid on his own. He said he was Wim's age on his own, and a Jedi found him and trained him a little bit. He learned a little bit, so that's how he was able to do those things: force push and force pull, and use the lightsaber a little bit, because he didn't get a full training, obviously. But his master was killed. So, I mean, yeah, Jod, he was doing some bad things, but you kind of feel for him because he doesn't have, I mean, he was, whatever happened, we really don't know what happened with his parents, but you kind of feel for him too because, he's just a sad, hurt person. He's broken. He needs good people in his life, but he's struggled his whole life, so that's why he became a pirate. He just wanted to survive by stealing, but yeah, we finally got that backstory, and we learned how he knows the Force and could slightly wield the lightsaber. So that was cool. I'm glad we got to learn that. And then, yeah, so eventually they took over Jod, and they were able to escape. And it ends with Jod's alive, and he sees his ship going down. I kind of like that because it showed Jod. Man, what was I thinking? Like he was just looking at it like he lost everything. His life never turned out how he wanted since he was a kid, and it kind of like maybe he was getting the realization that maybe I need to do better in life. And I liked, actually, before that moment, Fern and his dad, or her mom and Wim and his dad, they got in the elevator, and before the door closed, Wim said, "Jod." And I like that because that's kind of, for me, it's like a callback to the first episode. Wim said he wants to save people, he wants to help people, and he's a very hopeful person, and the show is all about hope. So I really like that. So I thought that was nice that he called out to Jod, because no matter all the stuff that happened in their adventure, Jod was deceiving them. He was helpful, but then deceiving them at the same time. But at the end of the day, I'm sure Wim was looking at him like, especially after hearing the story, like, yeah, Jod, he needs a hug. All Jod needs is a hug, and Wim wants to help him because he knows that, deep inside, Jod is a good person. He just fell into bad times throughout his life. So yeah, I liked that, how Wim called out to him. But yeah, anyways, that was a great episode, a great finale. I enjoyed the show. Honestly, it's my favorite show since The Mandalorian, and probably I would say they're my favorite characters in all the live action shows. I had such a fun time with it. I hope this gets renewed because for the most part it has, Rotten Tomatoes has great scores for both critics and fans, so I really hope we get another season for sure. That would be awesome. I'd love that a lot. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing good, taking care of themselves. Also comment. Let me know what you thought of the series and the finale as well. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well, doing what makes you happy, loving life, taking care of yourselves. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. My name is Ryan. Yeah, just take care of yourself and stay out of trouble. Stay hydrated. May the Force be with you. Peace.